What's done in the dark always comes to light. Dr. Heavenly may be the queen of shade, but even she's shocked by what's unraveling. Did Dr. Damon, her so-called daddy, betray her trust for a younger woman? Buckle up because this tea is piping hot and the receipts are in. The bombshell dropped earlier this week when rumors of Dr. Damon's alleged infidelity surfaced online. An anonymous source claims that Dr. Damon has been secretly involved with a younger woman, sparking outrage and speculation across social media. But here's where it gets even messier, Dr. Heavenly herself has hinted that she's got receipts. Dr. Heavenly on her YouTube channel saying, "Y'all better leave me alone before I spill it all. Don't test me." Who is this mystery woman? Sources claim she's a 29-year-old fitness model who was seen dining with Dr. Damon at a high-end Atlanta restaurant just last month. Eyewitnesses say the two appeared very cozy, sparking questions about whether this was more than just a professional relationship. Listen, y'all can say whatever you want about me, but I don't play about my marriage. If somebody wants to step into my lane, I'll set the record straight real quick. Damon is a good man, but don't let me find out he's out here embarrassing me. Trust, y'all will hear about it. While Dr. Heavenly remains cryptic, her words suggest she's aware of the allegations and she's not backing down. Fans are now demanding answers from both Dr. Damon and the alleged mistress. The internet has been in a frenzy since the rumors surfaced. Some fans are defending Dr. Damon, claiming this is nothing more than a clout-chasing scheme. Others believe where there's smoke, there's fire. Here's what people are saying. All right, y'all, let's dig into the drama surrounding Married to Medicine and, of course, the infamous Dr. Heavenly Kimes. Or should we say, the Demon Dentist. Yep, that's the nickname making its round. And let me tell you, there's a reason it's sticking. Strap in, because we're breaking down years of questionable behavior, along with some fresh revelations that might just make you rethink everything. First things first, let's address the chatter about Dr. Heavenly's alleged involvement in witchcraft. Now, hold on a second, don't roll your eyes just yet. Let me explain. Witchcraft isn't just a random label people throw around. It's tied to the idea of exerting control over others through supernatural means. And honey, there have been subtle signs over the years suggesting something deeper might be going on. From her cryptic remarks to her uncanny knack for steering situations in her favor, this story feels like it has layers. Dr. Heavenly has been leaving behind little clues without directly spilling the tea, and some folks are finally piecing it all together. It's one thing to be headstrong and confident, but when the hints start bordering on the supernatural, you have to wonder what's really happening here. And if that wasn't enough to stir the pot, there's also the buzz about cheating rumors tied to her marriage with Dr. Damon. Oh yes, we're unpacking it all today. Let's start with these infidelity allegations. For years, Dr. Heavenly has worked hard to paint this picture-perfect image of her marriage. But as the saying goes, actions speak louder than words, and some of her more recent statements have sparked serious questions. She's publicly said that if her husband ever stepped out on her, she'd stand by him and stay supportive. Now, let's pause for a moment. Why would anyone say something like that unless it hit close to home? It's giving been through it, y'all. Think about it. If Dr. Damon's fidelity has never been an issue, as she insists, then why is she even entertaining the thought? And let's not overlook the fact that this is the same woman who's always the first to drag everyone else's marriages through the dirt. Hypocritical, much. Usually, when someone is so quick to point fingers, it's because they're trying to distract from their own issues. And honey, there's no shortage of issues here to sort through. Y'all remember that infamous frying pan incident, right? Dr. Heavenly once admitted to hitting Dr. Damon upside the head with a frying pan early on in their marriage. She said it happened because he came home late after hanging out with his frat brothers. But seriously, who's out here swinging frying pans over some frat brothers? Something about that story just doesn't add up. Let's break it down. Dr. Heavenly mentioned that she was cooking eggs when it all went down. Eggs, y'all. And when do we usually cook eggs? In the morning. So, if she was frying eggs in the morning, that means Dr. Damon didn't come home the night before. Ladies, y'all already know what that implies. Nobody's swinging a frying pan without a real reason behind it. And if she was that furious, you can bet there's more to this story than what she's letting on. Now, fast forward to her more recent remarks about sticking by a cheating husband. According to Dr. Heavenly, women should stop calling out their men and instead speak positively about them, even if they cheat. Sis, what? That logic is a whole new level of twisted. If you decide to stay with your man after he cheats, that's your choice. But don't sit there preaching about loyalty while throwing shade at everyone else's relationships. Oh, and we can't forget her infamous spaghetti comment. In a now viral clip, Dr. Heavenly joked about putting a little something extra in her man's spaghetti to make sure he wouldn't leave her. Now, for those who might not know, there's an old wives' tale about women using their bodily fluids to cast love spells by mixing them into food. Yes, it's just as nasty as it sounds. And the fact that Dr. Heavenly even joked about it. Absolute chaos. This ties back to the witchcraft accusations. Whether she's joking or serious, just entertaining such ideas is enough to make anyone give her the side eye. Let's be real, Doctor. Heavenly has always had a knack for stirring the pot, both literally and figuratively. But this spaghetti story, it takes things to a whole new level. Now, let's shift our focus to Dr. Damon. He's always been painted as the quiet, supportive husband who wouldn't harm a soul. But even the most loyal-seeming partners aren't completely immune to temptation. And you know the saying, where there's smoke, there's fire. Several cast members, including Mariah Huq and Dr. Contessa Metcalf, have hinted that Dr. Damon might not be as squeaky clean as he seems. Mariah, in particular, has made it clear she knows what type Dr. Damon is into. She's even gone so far as to suggest that he has a preference for white women. Now, say what you want about Mariah, but one thing she isn't is a liar. Let's not forget that she's been a frequent target of Dr. Heavenly's shade over the years. So, if anyone has a motive to spill the tea, it's her. Speaking of Mariah, let's circle back to her claim that Dr. Damon begged her not to expose certain receipts. According to Mariah, she had dirt on him that could have destroyed his marriage, but she chose to hold back. That's some serious self-control, especially given how messy reality TV tends to get. But the fact that she even had those receipts in the first place, that speaks volumes. And then there's Dr. Contessa's infamous comment about mixed babies. Although she didn't outright name Dr. Damon, the implication was unmistakable. And when you pair that with Mariah's comments, it starts to form a narrative that's hard to overlook. Dr. Heavenly can talk all day about her so-called perfect marriage, but those cracks are beginning to show. Now, let's shift gears and focus on Dr. Heavenly's behavior as a whole. She's known for her brutal honesty, some might even call it too honest. But there's a thin line between being honest and being downright cruel. And Dr. Heavenly has crossed that line more times than anyone can count. From body-shaming Mariah to dragging her castmates' marriages through the mud, she's earned a reputation for saying whatever it takes to get a reaction. But here's the real twist. While Dr. Heavenly is always ready to criticize others, she's fiercely protective when it comes to her own family. She'll have no problem throwing everyone else under the bus. But when it comes to her husband and kids, she's all about keeping up that picture-perfect facade. It's the ultimate double standard, and fans are finally starting to call her out for it. One of the most blatant examples of this double standard is her relationship with Mariah. Despite everything Mariah has done for her, like helping her lose weight and even getting her on the show, Dr. Heavenly has shown absolutely no loyalty. Instead, she's taken every chance to tear Mariah down, even going as far as to question her credibility. But if Mariah's receipts are as incriminating as she claims, Dr. Heavenly might want to watch her step. And then there's the topic of her kids. Dr. Heavenly has 2 sons and a daughter, yet we've seen very little of them on the show. While some fans think she's keeping them out of the spotlight to maintain their privacy, others speculate she might be hiding something. Either way, it's worth noting that someone so eager to expose everyone else's secrets is incredibly guarded about her own family. To bring this full circle, let's revisit the burning question. Is Dr. Heavenly truly involved in witchcraft? Or is this just another case of reality TV playing up the drama? While we might never get a definitive answer, one thing is undeniable: Dr. Heavenly is a master manipulator. Whether she's stirring the pot for ratings or keeping her own skeletons locked away, she knows exactly how to stay relevant. And as long as she keeps people talking, she'll remain one of the most controversial figures on Married to Medicine. So, what do y'all think? Is there more to Dr. Heavenly's story than what meets the eye? Are the cheating rumors true, or is this all just smoke and mirrors? So, is Dr. Damon guilty of betrayal, Or is this just another case of social media doing too much? Only time will tell. But knowing Dr. Heavenly, she's not one to let anyone, man or mistress, mess with her brand. Stay tuned because this drama is just getting started.